Okay, this is 434 Camino Real. I can see the landscaping is really, really nice. This is one of the more desirable neighborhoods. This is one of the newer streets that was kind of built up in the golf course. This house was built in 2004. Some of the houses that were built before that have some kind of plumbing issues that we're going to be able to avoid in a house like this. Here's your view of the mountains right there, which is not too bad. Very, very nice. Okay, and then we're just going to walk right on inside. So it is a two-car garage. You can see right here they've got the Spanish tiles, which the Spanish tiles are super, super common. People really like that. That's very desirable. It is a stucco home. You can see right here where they've made some repairs where some of the cracks have happened. That is very, very common for these stucco homes. They do need the occasional maintenance. There may actually be some other ones up here that haven't quite been addressed yet. Basically, they just need to have like a little bit of silicone kind of popped in there. But these do tend to crack. So this is kind of like a yearly thing that you should kind of walk around and just kind of hit. Okay. And I'm actually standing on a really nice little patio. So they kind of made this little patio with the rocks, which is kind of cool. Okay, well, let's go inside. Bear with me, it is raining today, so I'm going to wipe my feet a couple times to make sure I'm not tracking the water in there. I did notice this too. Looks like it's missing the doorbell, so we'd probably want to have that addressed. That could come up on one of our appraisals. I don't think it's dangerous, but definitely something that we should have looked at, make sure that they take care of. Okay, you're okay. Okay, so this I think is actually designed to be more the formal dining room, the way this is actually set up and how it leads off of the kitchen, because right over here we're going to be looking at the living room. So I'm going to take a step from right back here and kind of show you this front part. So this would be your entryway. It kind of got these cool little shelves up here for decorating if you decide to. If not, you will definitely want to clean those from time to time. This right here is the flex room. This is technically a bedroom. It does have a closet. You can put a bed in here, and so you could definitely use it like that. Most people, though, they're going to use this as an office. That's what I would do if I had this one. A little bit of storage up top, which is really, really nice. Very, very nice closets. All the closets are really, really nice. They've got a lot of storage. They've got some cool shelves and stuff built into them. I don't know the builder's name who did this, but I've seen a lot of his work, and I really do like his work. So, okay. So I'm going to take you over here now to the living room. So you've got your Vigas fireplace with the TV mount. Just another little coat closet right here. Your two bedrooms are off of that side, and then we're going to walk into the kitchen. I do want to point out something. I don't know if you pick this up on audio or not, but hopefully you can hear that. I do think that there's some of these tiles that are probably coming loose underneath here. Pretty common, unfortunately. I don't see any signs of settling or any kind of cracks through here, but it just could be that the thin set's coming loose. They do creak a little bit, but nothing that I think is going to be dangerous or a major problem. At some point in time, it may have to be addressed, but nothing crazy. This would be your breakfast nook or your other eating kitchen area. Like I said, this I would treat more like a formal dining room or even a sitting area. Like you'd put the Christmas tree and stuff like that through there too. Kitchen, great kitchen. Really love all the cabinets and all the space that they've got here. Of course, it's got the double ovens, which is really, really neat. And then there's a microwave right up here with a little bit more storage. You've got your dishwasher right down there. Love all the lights throughout here. Really, really brightens up the space very, very well. Hopefully that comes through. We're going to go ahead and walk through back here just to the garage real fast. So right off the kitchen, you do have a little pantry. You've got a couple hooks in there. And then it's right next to your laundry room. So you do have the laundry room with the sink, which is cool. Very, very nice. This is set up for an electric or a gas dryer, you would just have to pull that thing off and put a little valve in there. There's gas right there in that little feed. Of course, that's where your washer goes. And then you've got the cool little sink in there. And then this is kind of neat too. You've got like a little cubby hole. So when you come in from the garage, you've got a spot where you can basically put, you know, coats, shoes, kind of do all those things with, which is super, super neat. In your garage. Okay. Garage is kind of extra deep. So you can fit 2 cars in here, no problem. And then you've got quite a bit of space from here to here. Like this would be great for if you wanted to put workbenches, or if you wanted to, you know, any other kind of hobbyist stuff. I would probably actually put my motorcycle right up here on one of these. And then they've got some racks up there where they were using for extra storage. They've got the water softener here. Our water is very, very hard here in Alamogordo, so it's nice to have. Looks like they've got some extra tiles too in case you had to pull any of that up. You've already got the materials, so that would be really, really nice. And then, of course, you've got a full house RO system. Okay. Okay, we're going to walk back through the living room and then over into these other 2 bedrooms. Okay, so there's 2 bedrooms over here. There's one right there, bathroom, and then another one right here. These blinds, they have their little turner knocked off, so we'll have to see about getting those and having those replaced so that we can open those. Again, nice little storage right up there. Nice little closets. Looks like they do have a smart thermostat, which is kind of nice. So you'll be able to kind of track what you're doing. I'm sure there's a phone app that probably works for that as well. And here's your bathroom. Another thing about this builder I really like is you don't always see these little archways where they've put the tile in there. And so those are just really, really nice touches. And of course you got like the little cutout shelf. So little custom touches that you don't see in every house. Kind of nice to have. Okay. And then this is the other bedroom. Looks like they're just missing a smoke detector right there. So we'll work on getting that fixed. Okay. Let's kind of loop back around here. Okay, so walking back through the living room, there's your vigas, there's your kitchen. Again, your little eating closet. And then here is where your master suite would be. Okay. Very, very good sized room. Easily get a king in between there. But what I really like about this is the bathroom. The bathroom is just ginormous. So we just walk right in through here. We've got one set of sinks over here with your jet tub. We have another set of sinks over here with like the little makeup table. Got a jet tub, and we've got some little storage cubbies right here for you to keep some of the stuff like your jet tubs. You can keep some towels and some bath salts and stuff, which is really, really nice. You got a walk-in shower. The walk-in shower, you do take a little step down right into this. It's a very, very good sized shower. And then you've put some hooks up in here too. Commode's got a little pocket door, which is nice. Closet though, once again, the closets and the space in here is really, really well organized. You've got the double row. You've got these areas for like your longer items, coats, dresses, etc., etc. And then with the cubbies and stuff for shoes and other things. So the closets in here are really, really, really well done. Okay. We're going to just step outside to the back then. Again, nice little view from right back there. And then we'll just go check out the back area. Looks like the sun's starting to come out, which is nice. Okay. So we've got the fireplace right here. This has a gas igniter. So what this would be right here is you would just turn this on. And then if you had wood and stuff in here, it would actually start the lighter for you. We get the fire going, and then you can just turn that off and like let the let the wood go ahead and burn naturally. Nice little backyard, great grass, great space. You see a little bit of water kind of collecting up on here, but not common. We just had some very, very heavy rains. This is west, so that's where the sun's going to set. So you will see sunsets very, very similar to that. And then, unfortunately, the trees back here are a little too thick, which I'm not complaining. We don't get a lot of trees here, but you can't really see the mountains, but the mountains are kind of right back behind here. Me personally, though, I'll take the tree view all day long. Storage right up in here. And then it looks like they had some sort of an above ground pool. Honestly, I would probably just have this removed. I think they've got a pump and everything over here, but they did the concrete for it, which is really, really nice. I'll bet you eventually this was probably originally for a pergola or something along those lines, because I see those marks right there. Makes me think that they had a structure here at one point in time, and that's probably where they were keeping a doghouse and a pool pump. Looks like it's sitting right up on top of there. There is a shed. Let's see, this actually might just have pool stuff in it. No, just a little bit of everything. And then you can see right there to the side of the house with the gates as well. Again, just a few more areas. Looks like they've repaired some of these stucco cracks right here. So that's what that is, like right there. There's another one that's been repaired right there as well. And then right back through here, some of them have been addressed as well. It's just a very common thing around here, so you are going to see that from time to time. But yeah, this is 434 Camino Real.